Good afternoon folks, it's Cody Lowe. Today I want to do a video all about coronavirus and what it can do to you mentally and how can you get rid of it. So like, how can you get rid of the thing that you feel mentally during this lockdown. So I'm going to give you a few tips on how to kind of eliminate it as much as you can. I don't think you can eliminate it completely because human contact and social distancing is everything, because for certain reasons, and we can't eliminate the mental pressure completely. So I'm going to be telling you some tips and what it can do to you mentally. Well, first of all, it can make you feel like, why is this virus not even leaving us alone? Why isn't it going away? And it's normal for everyone to feel that way. And it can also make you feel like, when is it going to go away? Am I going to have to socially distance from my family for years to come? The answer is probably not. We're going to have some things that we can do to reopen things, to continue the economy and to keep us as safe as possible. Here in the UK, apparently scientists have ignored 10,000 deaths, so we might have 50,000 dead in the UK. But we are slowly finding ways to live and work with coronavirus, and we are finding ways to reopen the economy. So yeah, so that's one thing that we can be alright about in certain ways. The next thing is the reopening of schools. This one's the hardest one, since my mum and dad have to make a decision about when my brother goes back to school this Monday, and because primary schools in the UK are gradually reopening right now. They opened on Monday, and high schools are a bit later going back, but it's quite a low chance I'll be going back this year, so my mum tells me, because of the fact that I'm working from home. Brandon's only going back because he's going to high school this year and he needs to transition and see his friends a bit more. So yeah, and I'm going to go into year 11 this year, and it's absolutely crazy, my last year of school. This channel means everything to me. I started this channel in year 5, so this basically highlights my entire high school life and everything like that, so it just means so much to me. So yeah, there's lots of arguments that parents are going to have to consider about whether they should or should not send their kids to school. And if you're wondering why I'm in the car, I just came back from my nan's. We've been socially distancing all the time, and yeah, but some parents will probably send their kids to school for a week, pull them out because they don't like it, and resend them, and it could go into a circle like that. Some parents might send them and not even have any second thoughts. Some parents might send their kids because they absolutely have to, because they're going to work and they have no childcare. And some parents might say, no, I don't want to send my child back when there's such a high risk of coronavirus. You might think it's a high risk, but kids aren't getting it as much. But I absolutely know the fear that we're experiencing right now, because I don't want to go to school. I don't want to risk it until at least September, because life is way more important than education, and we just need to give ourselves a bit of TLC right now and try and tell ourselves that everything is going to be okay. Things are going to improve in the UK and in every other country in the world. And I know I've got loads of American viewers. Things will improve in the US. Things will improve in every country in the world if we contend with social distancing and show this virus who's boss. Right, so it can basically make us feel lonely during this lockdown, because the lack of human contact can be really tiring, and it can make us feel very very low and depressed, and that's normal because some people are very outdoorsy, they love being outdoors, and now they've got to be confined indoors even though the lockdown restrictions are getting lower. But still, some people are afraid to go out. Like me, I'm afraid to go out. You might think, why am I in the car? I've just told you that. But you might think, why is she in the car? But I'm afraid to go into a shop or anything like that because of coronavirus. I'm still afraid to go anywhere. And I only transition to my dad's, to my mum's, and to my mum's, to my dad's. That's the only way that I transition. That's the only place that I transition to. I don't go into Tesco with my dad when he does his Saturday shop. I usually either stay at home or go and stay in the car because I'm just so scared of catching corona. But things are getting better in the UK, and it's a bit bad that the government might have ignored 10,000 deaths. I'm glad that the protests are calming down in America right now. But even though I agree with the protesters, don't get me wrong, but yeah, I'm glad they're calming down. It's a bit thingy, not the right word, a bit worrying how the Yellowstone volcano has recently experienced an earthquake right near it, and it is quite concerning. But don't worry, the world isn't going to end. If that volcano won't explode, we've got to remain optimistic if possible. Right, so what can we do to get these mental scars away? This is my opinion. I've took a break from work for today, from school, because I've just had quite a bad few days because of the decision making between my parents, and it's been really stressful. So I'm going to have a break today, maybe potentially tomorrow. And what I want to do and what I'm going to do is do something positive and something that I enjoy every day. Like, for example, you guys probably know that I enjoy singing, and I enjoy socialising with friends and all that. So I'm going to do one positive thing per day that makes me feel good, that makes me feel optimistic. I'm going to try and stop reading the news because it's not a healthy thing to do, to read coronavirus death figures, I'll be honest. Even though it's a bit hard because you want to know what's going on in the world, I understand that as well. I really do. So yeah. Another thing you can do is just jot your feelings down. If you get worried or anxious, just jot your feelings down on a piece of paper and refer back to them. What I usually do when I get bad thoughts is I sometimes jot them down, rip up the page and shove it in the bin, because that works in regards with kind of writing down the thoughts, putting them in the bin, and that acts as eliminating the thought. You're eliminating that thought from your mind. It at least helps and makes it not come into your mind so often. I've got new pink glittery sliders. They're absolutely beautiful, literally. I want to know how to premiere videos on YouTube, and I'd love to know. So if you guys know how to, then please comment down below, or I'll ask you on a live stream, because I might go live soon. Because I usually upload videos after I've done some editing, like after I've done and made sure the lighting's right, even though the lighting's not thingy bob for me, not significant because of my visual impairment. But I know I've got some sighted viewers, so I want to think of both audiences. So yeah, jot down your feelings, and if you're feeling like dead depressed, call a mental health hotline if you really have to, or talk to your parents about it, because it's natural to feel this way during this lockdown, and it's bound to make people tired, this virus. It's bound to, because we're living through a historical event right now, and sorry if the camera's a bit shaky, and it's gonna end. It can't go on forever. Don't dwell on the negative figures, and you know, try not to dwell on the negativity if possible, but just try and be positive. Try and look at how many people recover. If you absolutely have to look at the news, don't look at the death figures. Look at the people who are recovering and the people who are beating this virus, instead of the people who are actually dying from it. So yeah, I'm nearly at my dad's house now, but I'll talk to you for a moment longer. Thank you so much for 136 subscribers. It's really very much appreciated. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, then please take this time to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss my latest releases. Because let's be honest here, no one wants to miss uploads from the Cody Low squad, because you know, all my subscribers are called the Cody Low squad, I think, but no one wants to miss my uploads, let's face it. But yeah, I've got an overwhelming revelation for you. I don't bother about hate comments anymore. I got a hate comment a few days ago, just went right over my head. I just didn't bother, and it's on that stupid Amazon Fire Stick video again. And I got a nice comment on it as well. I've not just got hate comments, so the positive thing is that I've got nice comments as well as hate comments. So the one last thing that I suggest you to do is stay safe and contend with social distancing. Thank you so much for watching my video, guys. Stay safe, well, happy and healthy. Bye.